Father, the sleeper has awakened.
Guess who's back in action?
Today we're going to talk about a film that became a commercial failure when it was released on the cinema, but today, around 30 years later, it's a cult classic phenomenon. It's directed by David Lynch and it's known as Dune. The movie takes place on a desert planet known as Arrakis, also known as Dune. Here we have two fighting people against each other in a vicious war, House Atreides and House Harkonnen. They fight over mysterious spice on this planet that can give the owner supernatural powers.
He who controls the spice controls the universe.
The movie is based on a very infamous book, and since I have not been able to read it, there's plenty of moments I don't really understand. The dreams, for example.
Find the spice.
But the things I do understand are very simple to get. For example, Baron Harkonnen, being the main enemy, is a very vicious, over-the-top and campy villain. We also have his giant worms who protect the spice on the planet Dune. The bad thing about Dune is that it brings in so many characters. There's also plenty of words and phrases within this movie that is very hard to listen to and understand if you haven't yet again read the book. We have a tremendous cast in Dune. Sting, the musician, plays one of the main villains in the film. Kyle MacLachlan is the main character. Sean Young from Blade Runner appears as a secondary love interest. Max von Sydow appears in a very unnecessary role. Patrick Stewart, Brad Dourif as a secondary character, and the soundtrack is made by Toto. Whoa, that is nerdgasm in a massively big level. I have to say that the best moment in the entire film is when Kyle MacLachlan and Sting have a battle against each other. It's one of the most interesting sequences, even though it doesn't really make sense and it's still sort of sloppy, but in a way, it's still cool.
I will kill him!
Now, there's no doubt why David Lynch hated this film. It could have destroyed his entire career. Thank God that didn't happen. But I can still assure for you that I am a science fiction geek. And because of that reason, I give this movie 4 out of 5 stars. There is something special about Dune that just make it pops up in my head anytime I think about the science fiction genre. There's something epic, cool, and badass about it. And if you watch this movie 3 or 4 or 5 times, you know there's gotta be something worth in there that makes you want to rewatch it. Which is why I like it so much. So I can't put my finger on why I like it, but I guess it is the fact that it's a cult classic by today's standard. So, 4 out of 5 stars, doubtless.
I mean, fall the trees. We want him killed.
Why? Why do they want me killed? It has to be something to do with the spice. But what?